The employees who end up running the room were never the loudest ones in it. They just stopped announcing their moves. You have watched this happen. Someone quiet, someone almost forgettable, ends up with the corner office while the person who fought for every meeting is still explaining themselves in the hallway. Nobody warned you it would look like this. At the first level, you are visible for the wrong reasons. You explain your effort out loud. You want credit before the work is even finished. The room reads you as needy, not talented. The rule at this level is simple. Effort you have to describe is effort nobody believes. Something shifts. Not in your title. In your silence. At the second level, you stop narrating your workload. You let the finished things speak. People notice the quiet more than they ever notice the noise. The rule here, results that arrive without a warning, are the ones people remember. At the third level, you learn who actually decides things. Not the person with the biggest voice in the meeting. The person everyone glances at before they agree. You start watching that person instead of trying to be them yet. The rule, power in a room, is rarely where the microphone is. Your co-worker Daniel never learns this. Daniel argues in every meeting, certain that being right out loud is the same as being respected. It is not. Daniel is still explaining himself 2 years from now, wondering why quieter people keep getting promoted around him. At the fourth level, you stop competing for attention and start collecting information instead. You know what is happening in departments that are not yours. Knowledge without announcement is currency nobody can take from you. The rule, what you know quietly, is worth more than what you say loudly. At the fifth level, you say no without conflict. You decline the extra, unpaid task without a single dramatic sentence. Just a calm, short refusal. People stop testing you after that. The rule, boundaries stated once calmly, are rarely tested twice. If you have never said no to your manager without over-explaining yourself, say so below. You are not alone, and it is the level almost everyone gets stuck on the longest. At the sixth level, you make yourself slightly harder to reach. Not absent, just no longer instantly available for every small request. Scarcity changes how people value your time. The rule, what is always available is never treated as valuable. At the seventh level, something changes that has nothing to do with your desk. You start being useful to people outside your department. A favor here, a piece of advice there, never advertised. This is the level where your name starts moving through rooms you are not in. Subscribe now if you want the next 6 moves, because the second half of this ladder is where quiet turns into actual power, not just decent behavior. At the 8th level, you stop reacting to office drama in real time. You let a rumor pass without confirming or denying anything. People who stay calm during chaos get quietly promoted over people who win every argument. The rule, the last person to react is often the first person trusted. Your colleague Priya cannot resist a single conflict. She responds to every message, every slight, every rumor instantly. She is exhausted and everyone can see it. Exhaustion reads as weakness, even when the anger is justified. At the 9th level, you become someone people bring problems to before they bring them to management. That is not an accident. That is influence built one solved, unadvertised problem at a time. The rule, informal trust outranks formal title every single time. At the 10th level, you stop needing meetings to matter. Decisions start happening in short conversations that mention your name without you being present. This is uncomfortable the first time you notice it. It also means you have already arrived somewhere most people never reach. At the 11th level, praise stops changing your face. Criticism stops changing it either. You have built enough certainty about your own value that other people's opinions are just whether now, not verdicts. The rule, the moment approval stops being necessary, it starts arriving anyway. At the 12th level, you barely speak in a room, and the room still waits for what you think. Nobody remembers exactly when this happened. There was no announcement. There never is. The employees who end up running the room were never the loudest ones in it. Now you know why. They simply stopped announcing their moves, one quiet level at a time, until the silence itself became the power.